Today, we are going to rank all 5 seasons of Stranger Things. I haven't done much this type of video because I feel like every week there's a new thing to review, there's a new thing to talk about, but we've got a bit of a lull spell. That's why I didn't post like the other day. I'm taking a long time with this one. We're literally not going to waste any time. Let me know your ranking below if you disagree with mine. I'm open to criticism, but like, just don't be too mean.
Holy shit, he dead!
I feel like all I've done for the last month or two is talk about this season, so I'm not going to waffle on too long. I'm going to try and keep it brief. I mean, you can always check out the other videos. I mean, I'll just link them below. In short, I do feel like this season clearly is the worst season of the show. It's the only season I think is just like okay, whereas every season other than this one is at least good, if not great. And I'm a major defender of this season, yet I do see the major problems. Major problems? This season is saved by moments of greatness, and the rest of the show is just okay. The dialogue is at its worst here, which has been an issue since season 4. And a lot of the episodes are lackluster and are just saved by, as I said, the big moments. For example, the sorcerer scene or the amazing Wanna in that same episode do carry that episode, which, to be fair, in fairness, that is the best episode of the season. But also another big moment that saves the season for me is the epilogue. In fairness, it is the most important part of the season, and the Duffers in that documentary that came out, they are very much like, we need to get the ending right over everything, we need to get the ending right. And I do agree, but I really feel like it meant that they neglected the rest of the season. I don't want to keep waffling about the season, everything I've already wanted to say. I'll link it down below. But yeah, it is at the bottom. I still like this season. I'm sorry. Fight me.
Your mom.
Now, don't get your angry pitchforks out at me. I am a big defender of this season. It feels like the general consensus that loads of people hate this season. It's clearly 5th or 4th in loads of people's rankings. And let me just say, it is the same with me, but this is clearly a great series of television, as is every single season from this point on. This season does feel so similar to season 1, which is really strange because a lot of people's big criticism about the show over time is that it's so drastically different from season 1, but then they'll rank this season really low, even though it's pretty much season 1, just slightly bigger. For me, I love that this season is a big continuation of the first season. It builds on the characters, it builds on the upside down. The reveal of the mind flare will always be chilling, and is one of the best moments of the entire show. Bob is such a great addition to the cast, who unfortunately is slimed, which does start the worst trend of the whole show of just like introducing a lovable character who is going to be our lamb to the slaughter, who we're just going to brutally murder. But not only does it bring the worst trend, it brings one of the best things in the whole show, and that is Steve and Dustin's relationship. Actually, thinking about it now, this season introduces a lot of things that carry on throughout the whole show that everyone loves. Lucas and Max, another fan favorite, starts in this season, and that relationship always reminds me of the school dance at the end. You've got Mike and Eleven embracing, which is so cute. You have Lucas and Max again dancing, so cute, and also the Nancy and Dustin scene, which is one of the most compelling scenes of the whole show. This season really does feel like a big build to bigger and better things. It builds on the mystery of the Upside Down a lot, and Will being a spy for the Mind Flayer is just so cool. And I think this season is the best season that Noah Schnapp does by an absolute landslide. Anyway, season 2 is great. You guys are just haters. It is 4th on my list anyway. It is objectively better than the next season in my ranking, but I'm not being objective, I'm being very subjective here, because the next season is one of my favorites.
Everybody come and play. Throw every last care away. Let's go to the mall today.
This was the first season I watched as it was coming out, and 12-year-old me absolutely adored it. I guess that's why I have such a bias, because it literally is the first season I sat down and watched as it released. I watched the moment it came out, the day it came out. I was so excited. This season definitely has the strongest vibes, the best 80s aesthetic by an absolute mile. And generally this season is just the vibes fest. And like, I mean, who doesn't love that? It builds upon the best parts of season 2, with Lucas and Max's relationship being one of the highlights. Same with Dustin and Steve, who are literally together the whole season, which everyone wanted after season 2. And I also think Eleven is great in this season. This is one of her best seasons for me. As much as her and Mike are a little bit annoying this season, her and Max are brilliant together. They are a great duo. Our 2 new characters for this season are Robin and Alexi. Alexi is our poor little lamb, so we won't talk too much about him, but Robin is so good. She's such a great third wheel to Dustin and Steve, and her snarky comments to Steve to just undermine him that little bit are so good.
How many children are you friends with?
She's such a great addition to the gang. She's so smart. She does get lobotomized after this season. The coming out scene is also a major highlight, and I do agree with people. As much as I don't mind Will's coming out scene, it is so much better done in Robin's. This season does feel like it is the most detached from the main plot of the overarching show. I mean, the Flayed are really cool. and the big meat monster is cool, but if you involve it in the whole like step of Vecna and the Mind Flayer's plan, it's like this does not make any sense why this is part of the plan. But I think if you're willing to accept that and just to look at it as an individual series, it is a really good season. Hopper's death is kind of ruined by the fact that he's survives, but I guess the emotion is still there with Joyce and Hopper. Again, I am very, very biased. I'm aware of this, but I don't care. This is one of my favorite seasons. It's going in number 3. Sue me.
Chrissy, this is from you.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up!
In all seriousness, this season is the bomb. As much as season 1 is so good with how simple and contained it is, you cannot deny how crazy and batshit this show can get and how good it is because of it. It's literally bats this season. I love a show that builds over time and gets crazier, and like Attack on Titan for example. It's so cool watching a show grow into something you didn't expect to happen, and season 4 is the epitome of this. Our lovable little lamb, led to the slaughter this season, is one of the best characters in the whole show. It is absolutely no surprise to me that Joseph Quinn has gone on to stardom after this show, because he is so good in just the small amount of screen time he gets. This season does drag in a lot of areas. I'm not really a big fan of the California plotline. I don't really like the Russia stuff that much, but I don't care, because it's led to crazy batshit moments that I love. The season is let off with those slower plot points because it introduces Vecna. He is one of the best villains of recent film and TV history. I've said it recently, Jamie Campbell Bower is just that good. The reveal of Vecna being number 1 or being Henry Creel is such a good reveal that's built up throughout the first like 5 episodes of the whole season. His monologue about how humanity is flawed and it needs to be corrected and stuff like that is just so cool. And just imagine being like little 8-year-old 11 hearing that, like, oh, okay. It's genuinely haunting and so excellently done. Like I said, this season literally goes batshit and I love it. In this season, we've got interdimensional guitar hero at the same time as we've got a ex-police officer cutting off a literal like demon's head with a sword in a Russian prison. Like, what is going on? Imagine telling those two like things that actually do happen in the plot to someone who's just watched season 1. And you cannot talk about this season without acknowledging the best scene in the whole show. The running up that hill scene is so good that it revived a 40-year-old song and put it topping charts. It's so good they tried to recreate the scene twice in the following season. The scene has the highest stakes, the highest highs, but somehow it still landed in number 2 because there can only be one first place for the show, and it's so obvious.
Found it! I knew she was hoarding it. I knew it. Always lying, saying she's out. Bald-faced liar. Mike! I found the chocolate bunny!
Stranger Things Season 1 is a rare, era-defining show. A show about kids that isn't for kids and is set in the 80s and has got this whole, like, mystery. It's just so cool. Like, it is no surprise this show broke every streaming record at the time. Nearly every character is at their best. Nearly every actor is at their best. And, like, to me, it's just wild how good these kid actors are. Finn Wolfhard and Millie Bobby Brown might have been the most famous children since like Jesus or something. That's just how good they were and how much they captivated audiences. Performances all round were incredible, but especially from Winona Ryder, who played the grieving mother so incredibly, who was being disillusioned, told she was being crazy. Conformity gate is real. She was right the whole time. And yeah, she gives the performance of a lifetime in that first season. The show just has such a unique, creepy vibe. The Demogorgon is one of the coolest monsters in recent, like, horror TV, movies, anything. Hopper is also at his best. All the stuff with his daughter dying and every emotional beat just hits so hard. Malevolent also somehow peaks in this season after just one season of the two interacting, and it doesn't get any better than that actually. Like, the final purple rain scene is carried by the fact these two are so good in the first season. I mean, I find it quite hard to talk a lot about this season because it's been talked about so much already about how this is just clearly the best season of the show. It is quite simply that good, and if the show stopped at season 1, I think people would, like, critically this show would be so much higher acclaimed than it is. It is such a good platform for this show to leapfrog onto the crazy batshit that it goes on to do. And I guess that concludes my ranking of every season. I mean, I've watched every season of this show numerous times, and I can tell you why it's the most popular show in the world at the minute. There is simply no other show like it. No show matches these childlike, whimsy, fun moments with the deep emotional stuff and the horror aspects like this show. With Stranger Things coming to an end, as much as it feels cringe to say, it is the ending of a lot of our childhoods. First came out when I was like 9 or 10, and now I'm 18. It's like, how does that make any sense? And I mean, that's why I just fucking love this show. Anyway, I would absolutely love to hear why I'm wrong. Tell me, criticize me. As I said, I'm open to it. Just don't be too mean. Yeah, and let me know your rankings down below, obviously. And again, as usual, please stay safe. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. I mean, you can always unsubscribe later. It's literally free.